Alright, supposedly this is live. I wanted to show you guys a mod I was going to look to do. There we go. We'll set that there. Make this to the Rad Rover e-bike. Here's the latest view of what I've done. You can see I kind of did this kind of, it's this plasti dip stuff that's kind of ripped out just to make it look a little different. I don't know, I'm still having fun with that. But I would like this to look in the front different. I find it, I mean, look at this rat's nest here, and I want to make this thing look less like an electric bike as best I can, and I'm going to look and see what I can do to maybe cover this with some black tarp or something. I'm going to check, see if I can get something at Lowe's that could maybe help do that to hide the battery. Oops. There's that. The other thing I was thinking that would help reduce the profile is actually this front brake. I don't think, I mean, I really don't use it that much, and I'm going to get a ration of crap from her, like, you need all the brakes. But I almost only ever use the rear brake. Works all the time, had it over a year and a half, no issues. So I'm going to look, nobody's going to flip out on me. I'm going to actually look and see how easy or difficult it is to remove this disc brake here with this component. What I also noticed too is on these, there's like this kill switch wire which unplugs. So I'm going to snip off all of these zip tie things here and put everything back together, hopefully in the right way. But looking to remove this here, I'd like to clean that up. I'm also considering changing up the handlebars possibly and the seat. Again, I'm looking for more of a contour design. Here is a bike that I had, which is leaning against the wall. I was thinking of something a little more like that. Not as prominent, and also even these handlebars. Just a little bit more streamlined, so that I'm going to consider doing that. So this is this view here. As best I can, right? I mean, this thing is a beefy bike to begin with, so you have to be a bit realistic. And I'm still researching other bikes that don't look like electric bikes that actually are, and there's some really cool ones out there, and I'll do a video on that. Oh, that's kind of interesting. And here's what happens to a Samsung when you just drop it on dirt. You see the cracks? Yeah. And on the back, so it basically shattered this glass here, and the back shattered. And all it did, it was like right over here. I had it right here, just sitting there, and then it just went like this and landed on dirt. That's it. That's why I'm not really looking to buy a Samsung again. Alright, so it seems like this is working. Doesn't show anybody watching yet, so we'll see. Alright, so we're going to do this in real time and see what we can come up with. So, it's going to be riveting television. Let's go ahead. I have other zip ties, so I can put some of these back anyway. Get rid of that one. I already got rid of the other front light. That thing drove me crazy because it's really inadequate. I followed this wire. Yeah, that just goes to that guy right there. So all I got to do is remove that, take off this front wheel. So for those of you that are just now starting to watch, I'll do this after. I want to, the screw just comes right out. I want to reduce this rat's nest, so I'm actually going to remove the front brake and then that disc brake. That should be fun. I should get some fun comments on that, I'm pretty sure. So, this is just chaos. Can't deal with this. It drives me crazy. Okay, I did that. I'm also going to put that zip tie. There we go. I can actually see some stuff now. That goes to the controller. The other thing I'm going to do, here's where I typically mount the 360 camera, right here. But you can't see the LCD screen, so the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shift this and put it towards the camera direction so that you guys can actually watch that thing as well and spin it around like if you want. Here's the, I'm going to scoot up a little bit more. It's like too far away. This is my add-on light, which I love. Got it just wrapped around here. You guys can leave a comment too, because I should be able to read that. Okay, I'm going to have to undo some stuff here before this comes in. Here's my external battery pack, kind of rubberized, that I use for this light that I plug in. One of my numerous things that I have to, yeah, that's not going to quite work. I have to loosen that with an Allen wrench. One of these. Yes, there we go. I just don't know which one it is. Shields up. No. Anybody has any questions on the Rad Rover? Let me know. This part is just kind of easily removed. The other thing I was going to do is right here on this cross beam, I was going to mount like a PVC pipe or something so I could mount the camera different. But that just seemed really ridiculous when I was thinking about it. So instead I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to shift this thing around. And I'm using the Samsung Gear 360, but I just have it in the 180 mode. You guys don't need to see the whole garage in 360. It seems excessive. There. That's easily removed. There's two. I'll show you guys up close. Hang on. Allen wrench. There. All right. There we go. Portable. Okay, so see these Allen wrench things here? So this just comes out like that, and then that one comes out like that. And there's my external light, which works awesome. There. One less thing to deal with. And then, like I said, I'm going to switch this around. I'm also going to move this. I'm going to move all this stuff, except for that. All that stuff away. Put that back there. I see some messages. Why am I modifying it? Well, because I want it to look less crazy. See all these wires? And I think, too, that's part of my problem, where it just looks so much like an electric bike. Like there's some serious crap going on here. So, and I almost never use this brake. I just want to try it, guys. Nobody beat me up too much. I have, and I'll show you how many miles. So yeah, I'm going to remove this front brake. I always use the rear one, and that one works fine. And worst case, I can just like toss the bike to the ground and gracefully tuck and roll. So that stuff down there, I'm going to remove that whole section. We'll see how easy or complicated it is. Looks pretty straightforward to me. Somebody asked how many miles. Let's turn it on. I will show you. It's a lot of hard-earned miles, I'll tell you that. Turn this thing on. There you go. 2,916 miles. I am so close to $3,000. So, yes, this thing's been an incredible workhorse. It is, and I beat the crap out of this thing. I fly off curbs. You guys have seen me off-road. I actually wanted to get some off-roading in today. It is crazy hot, though. I'm still going to try it. Yes, I'm modifying for two things. A better camera angle, and also so it looks less like an electric bike. Which you have to laugh, I know. But this thing too, I think they should sell it. I'm going to make one, see if I can make it today, where I can wrap this part using like a black tarp and see if I can get a thing that makes the eye holes so it holds on nicely, and I can zip tie that. Because actually I never remove this freaking thing, except when like hose it down or something, but that's rare. So if I could just zip tie it, and if I need to get in there, just undo the zip ties, whatever, no big deal. But I think that would look way better than this dolphin whale battery thing. But that is cool. I was actually trying to look, if you guys have noticed that too, some electric bikes, I was looking at people that were hacking them to make them go faster. Not that I would ever do that. But the interesting thing you'll notice on this bike, there's no sensor, there's no metal, there is no metal thing that counts spokes or anything like that. I have no idea how this thing figures that out. There's definitely math involved, I'm pretty sure. That's the control unit, obviously, but I have no idea how it knows how fast you're going. I know that there's the how big is the wheel calculation, that's in the setup menu, but how does it know with the friction and everything else? So maybe somebody knows the answer to that, but I certainly have not bothered to take the time to do that. All right, now, next step is turn the battery off, or turn the system off. There we go. So okay, so now I have to undo this, the power unit there. Bear with me. Now I can see what's going on. If you guys are interested in, this is the Samsung again. I'm streaming live, but I can see the little comments as they come up. So I will check occasionally. Oh wow, somebody's got 4K on their Magnum. Nice. No way. Really? That doesn't seem real. I mean, a GPS in the controller, I think that's maybe a bit far-fetched. Alright, hang on, I can't see. It's like some things work, some things don't. The thing is too, once you've had your bike for a while, it's like when you first get your brand new iPhone or Samsung, you're super careful with it. Once you've had it for a while, you're kind of like, not as taking care. I mean, you still take care of it. You don't mind it, modifying it. So I think I'm kind of at that point. Is this the right camera angle? There. I'm kind of at that point now where I don't mind modifying this thing. Yeah, I get your point. So, I mean, I doubt it though, because for GPS, I think it would need a SIM chip or something like that. I don't think they just give that to you for free, unless it's just a memory, or some sort of chip that does it. Maybe you're right. Okay, well, that sounds like it would be more expensive. Okay, so we're going to, oh man. Okay, bear with me. What else we got here? Okay, another zip tie. A little bit of surgery here. This is for my rear light controller. If you guys are interested in that, it's there. That's the rear light controller, which you also charge via USB. And the handlebars, there's the USB. Handlebars are so thick that that would only go on via zip tie. So I'm removing that from that side. Yeah, exactly. There's sensors and the magnets. I was looking at on other bikes. They're like, oh yeah, they were doing all these cool mods. I'm like, that would be fun, right? That would make it way more interesting. But for some reason, this one doesn't have it. They were really tricky when they did this. All right, so now that let's see. I gotta take this brake off. Hopefully, choose the right one. Nice. Okay, that's to the brake, to the front brake. It is interesting, I must say, is I should probably tape that to this thing after I remove it. Here, no, how's this work? There, okay, so see, there's the on. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Hello? This is the on-off switch controller thingy, if you want to look at that up close. So I'm going to put that on that side. So it's kind of looking a bit Frankenstein-y right now. And then this. Interesting. So this thing has to come off. Wow. That's like a hard plastic. I'm going to have to slide the handlebar off, potentially. Any other comments? Yeah, I think there is something in the hub that determines the speed. Yeah, this is, oh, check, wow, that's way easier to remove than I ever had imagined. Well, if you're curious about how the handlebar things come off. Huh, interesting. Just kind of fell out. Seems odd, but that's it. The little leather. These are really, I'm impressed with the quality until right about like right now. That just falls out, but this is really well made. I've had that for a year and a half, and it still looks like a new shoe, kind of. So there. Close up look. Here is the handlebar. Now we can. I'm gonna have to slide this off because this plastic thing's like a hard plastic. I can't just undo it. It has to slide off. In order for that to slide off, to remove that line. Now this here is the kill switch for the motor, which unplugs right here. So let me show you. It's kind of tricky. Hang on, let me clean the lens. A little bit of dust. Okay, here's the kill switch. And I already tested this earlier. You remove this so that it's when the purpose of it is when you squeeze the brake, right? It engages this and shorts out the motor. It doesn't short it out, but it turns off the motor so you stop moving forward. Again, I don't use the front brake. Calm down. I use this one. This system will remain. This one is going to go away, at least for today, till I try it. And then we're going to step this back. Trying to be good with all the different camera angles. Yes, they are good grips. Okay, so where are we? So I gotta get that off there. Oh, yeah, let me put the, hang on a second while I grab some tape.